Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun week. It is a new month. So much is happening, and I'm actually batch recording this episode. So I normally record each week as we delve into each attention and we talk about it a little bit more. But I'm going away. I'm going on a trip, and I did not want to have to pack my podcasting microphone and all the things that go with it because, to be honest, there's a lot of cords and a lot of gadgets to make this whole thing become a reality. So I'm recording this a little bit before I go, which means I'm actually bringing this intention into my life a little bit sooner, which I think is a good thing. So welcome to September. It's a new month. It's hard to believe it is September 2023. I ask myself this every month that we enter. Where has the year gone? What has happened? What have I done? But I'm very excited for September. I don't know if you feel this way, but September always feels like almost like a new year because of that whole back to school energy that I will blame going back to school for 18 plus years has sort of trained my mind to think September is the beginning of something, which it is. It is the beginning of a new intention. And I am in need of this one. This one is something that I've kind of talked about with my personal coach here and there. I've started to realize it is something that's very necessary in my life and something that I have not been paying enough attention to, whether that's intentionally or unintentionally. So now I'm intentionally paying attention to worthiness. That is our intention this month. And it's a bit of a, I wouldn't say heavy one, but it can definitely release some emotions. So prepare yourself for doing some heavier lifting and digging deeper into maybe your personal belief system around yourself, what people have said to you in your past, maybe things that have stuck with you that you have ignored or forgotten about because they weren't really nice things. But this week, I want to talk about how worthiness plays a part in our life and whether you actually believe that you're worthy for love, that you're worthy for respect, acceptance, for success, for opportunities, for joy. Do you feel worthy for all the things that you want in your life? That is a question that, whether we realize it or not, kind of circles back in our day to day life. When we have our daily routines and responsibilities, this question is sort of like under the surface and it reverberates in the depths of our consciousness. It urges us to pause, again, my favorite thing, pause, and reflect on our self perception. So this week, we're really going to talk about the nuances of worthiness, exploring the sources, its challenges, and most importantly, the transformative impact it can have on our lives. Because let's be honest, that's what we're here for. We want to have a big impact on our life. We want to be living the life that we've always dreamed of. And I'm here to tell you that you are worthy of having that life. And I'm telling myself that because sometimes I don't know if I am or I don't feel like I am. And that is not my higher self telling me that. That is insecurities, that is fear of failure, perfectionism, all these things that we kind of have been talking about in our monthly intentions is coming back into understanding how if we practice these other areas, we can start to benefit ourselves and really understand that we are worthy of everything that we want: love, acceptance, happiness, joy, all these different things. We are worthy of it. So, the essence of worthiness at its core is the unshakable belief that you are deserving of love, respect, and acceptance simply because you exist. It is not contingent upon your accomplishments, your appearance, or approval from others. Recognizing that worthiness is a birthright that can revolutionize the way you perceive yourself and navigate the world. So, right there, that one's really big. It's your birthright to be worthy. This is something that we all have. We don't have to earn it. We don't have to prove it. We don't have to wait for other people to give it to us. It is something that is innately within us. And we need to realize that first and not look towards others to determine whether we are worthy to be treated the way that we believe we are, or that worthy of pursuing our dreams. Maybe, you were told from a young age that your dream was too much of a dream and could never be a reality. And so you just stopped believing in it yourself. But you are so worthy of everything that you want, and looking inward is so important. So that comes to removing the external validation that we so often seek when it comes to just life in general in so many areas of our life. I know for me that hearing words of, praise or just words of affirmation from others can really give me a sense of value or a sense of worthiness. But I realize that that actually should be coming from within myself before I'm even looking at it from other people. So understanding your worthiness is not driven by society's metrics or external validation. When we are looking into those places, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking worth and accomplishments in others' opinions. However, true worthiness comes from within, and it's about acknowledging your inherent value and embracing your authentic self, regardless of external factors. This shift in perspective can really allow you to break free from the cycle of seeking validation. And also, it fosters a sense of empowerment because, again, you're not looking to other people that are going to be changing and wishy washy. And nothing feels solid when you're looking to others for that sense of validation. But when you are looking inward, you're going to feel so empowered knowing that you have everything you need to go and achieve what you want to achieve and that you are worthy of doing that. When it comes to self-care, you probably are asking, how does worthiness even relate? Because they don't necessarily seem super aligned, but it really is the cornerstone of effective self-care. When you recognize your inherent value, you are more inclined to prioritize activities that nurture your well-being, that are beneficial to you. And engaging in self-care, as we've talked about this so many times, it's not indulgent. It is an affirmation of your worthiness to lead a life filled with joy, relaxation, and emotional balance. So the whole conversation around self-care is not selfish. Self-care is nurturing your number one relationship, which is the relationship you have with yourself. So when you're doing this and you're actually believing in your self-care, you're not just doing it as, something to post on Instagram or to feel like you accomplished something because that's what someone you watch on YouTube is doing every week or every night in their nightly routine. It's doing something for you, and that's based out of worthiness because you are worth loving yourself. You are worth investing time into yourself first and foremost. And that is a big thing to remember when your day gets busy and it's easy to put what you want to do for yourself, whether that is go for a walk, eat a really healthy meal, watch 30 minutes of TV. So often it's easy to put that off to the side and do things for other people because we don't think we're worth having that time for ourselves yet, or we haven't earned it, or it's not as important as doing for others. But in reality, doing for yourself is an act of understanding and celebrating your worthiness. And also, it's going to cause a ripple effect in your life. When you're in a good place, we all know this, you can give to others and get them to feel better and into a better place as well. To embrace your worthiness, it is really important to be vulnerable. The willingness to expose your authentic self, your imperfections and all, is so valuable in so many relationships, but realistically in these moments of vulnerability, you can experience the deepest connections with others, which obviously is what we're going for here. And when you open up about your struggles, your fears, you also invite other people to become vulnerable and share their authentic self, which also fosters an environment of mutual support and understanding. So when we're looking to be heard and seen by those people in our life, I think one question to ask, and one question I've been asking myself is, am I showing up authentically and in a vulnerable space to have them even hear and see me? Or am I keeping my walls up and protecting myself and not allowing myself to really trust that they will love and accept me, or fear that I'm not worthy of their love and acceptance? And that's something that I've had to sort of understand, and I've been working on again with my personal coaches. Where has this thought process come along that I can't open up wholly or 100% as my authentic self, because if I do, the fear of someone not accepting me, or what if they do, but it's not the right way and I feel even more uncomfortable, all these different things can easily have me hold myself back from being vulnerable. But we're not benefiting anyone, especially ourselves, if we keep our true authentic self to ourselves and we don't share it with those people that we want to build deeper and more authentic and meaningful relationships with. If you're going to lead with vulnerability, it's more likely that people will meet you there at that place with their vulnerability and authenticity. And that's how your relationship really starts to grow deeper and stronger. And that's a relationship you are worthy of. Again, when it comes back to understanding, do you think you're worthy of relationships that leave you feeling seen and valued and loved for just who you are? that you're worthy to have a friend that you can call crying when the day has just gone awry and you have no idea how to get it back on track? These are all questions that I think are really important to ask when you are trying to understand how worthiness maybe has played a part in your life or hasn't played a part in your life for that matter. Because it's easy to often ignore these signs, ignore the call to dive a bit deeper, and ignore that desire for a deeper human connection. We are humans and we need connection. Obviously, we're all different types. So, a lot of us are extroverts or introverts or half and half, and that's going to look different for everyone. But connection to some extent, where you are able to be your 100% pure self, is a necessity in this life, especially as we navigate so many different things in our world, whether that's in your personal life, our external environment, things that are so far out of our control, or in your workplace. You need to have people that you can rely on and trust, and you are worthy of those relationships. So, this is a reminder, not only for myself, I'm saying this for me, but also for you, that leading with vulnerability and taking that step to just take the wall down and share something that's real and honest about your struggles or insecurities, maybe, or just how you're feeling, will allow other people to show up for you. And the reality is, if they don't show up for you with the love and respect that you know you deserve, they're not the right people. And that's a great way to learn who you should be investing your time into and who you should be maybe moving on from, because that's okay too. If it's not serving you, it's only taking away from your life. So when it comes to worthiness, and this week asking ourselves, do we feel worthy? Am I worthy of the relationships I want, the future that I have been dreaming of, a career that feels fulfilling, all these different types of areas of our life that we are looking for our desires, our deepest desires. Can you relate that back to worthiness? Can you understand if that's something you even feel worthy of? And if it's not, now is a great time to start asking those questions as to why. Maybe looking back at previous relationships or experiences in your childhood or the workplace that were just a little bit traumatic and maybe left you with a scar and a wound of fearing to go into that place or be that person that you want to be. And so you've been holding back, because that is not the life that we want to live. That is not what the Self-Love Club is about. We are about bettering ourselves and our space together, opening up these conversations and having acceptance for one another. So that's what we're doing here this month with worthiness. And when you are on this journey, because that's what we're on a journey together, especially understanding the essence of worthiness, I think is so important. You start to realize it touches on every facet of your lives. It's about letting go of external measures. Remember, other people's validations are not important. It comes from within first. And embracing the truth that you are deserving of love, respect, and personal growth by virtue of just being human. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to work hard so you deserve the rest or deserve that life you want. You at your core and your value is already enough, and you are worthy of it all. So as you embark on this journey, as we together embark on this journey, remember that your worthiness is unwavering and irreplaceable. It's the foundation upon which you build a life full of self-love, authenticity, and a deep sense of fulfillment. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm really looking to create and grow a fulfilling life day to day, not just chapters or chunks or seasons. I really want my everyday to feel fulfilling, even when I have a stressful day and maybe work was a lot, or my home life is chaotic because I haven't done groceries or dishes or laundry or whatever. But even in those moments of chaos or frustration, I can still see the fulfillment of the life that I've created. And that's something that I am learning to accept as something I'm worthy of. So I'm really committed to understanding and believing that I'm worthy of the life that I've always wanted, and I don't have to prove it. I don't have to receive that approval from anyone else. I don't have to show up in a certain way. I don't have to earn it by working so hard. It is something that I can just decide and actively work towards and commit to, and that's something I'm worthy of. So I would love for you to take some time this week. You'll see on the blog at maryyoung.com. You can go to the Self-Love Club there. You can read our reflection questions. They'll be posted on social as well. Everything is available for you. If you need any resources from us, please message me at It's Mary Young or on my personal account at Maria Foriata. You can also leave a voicemail, which I love because I love hearing people's voices. There's just something so special. I hope that you love hearing my voice as you're listening to this as well. But take some time this week, ask yourself these questions, maybe dig a bit deeper, let yourself feel the emotions that come up with this. And this month is going to be beautiful. I'm just manifesting it. I'm calling it. This month is going to be amazing. So I hope you have a beautiful day and remember to love yourself first.